Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we're going to compare two mid-range Lenovo phones, the Lenovo P2 with the Lenovo K6 Note. So these two phones are priced almost in the same category with the Lenovo K6 Note slightly priced lower at 14K the base variant, and the Lenovo P2 is priced 17,000 for the base variant. So there is a difference in pricing, and there is also an upgrade in specs for the Lenovo P2. So in this video we'll talk about the differences of these two devices, what's better on the Lenovo P2 for the additional price you pay, and which is the better device to buy in this price segment. So let's get started with a comparison. So first up, let's see the design and build quality. So design wise, you can see there are a lot of similarities in terms of the design elements. You can see the camera, the LED flash, and the Lenovo logo. But on the other hand, you can see the design is slightly different on the Lenovo P2. We have curved edges on the K6 Note, while we have the sides are flat, and it has a kind of tapered edges along with chamfered finishing. So that gives a premium finishing for the Lenovo P2 when compared to the Lenovo K6 Note. On the other hand, I can see the front panel is again quite different. The Lenovo P2 comes with a fingerprint scanner located on the front panel, while it's on the rear panel on the K6 Note. Again, the capacitive touch buttons are not available on the Lenovo P2. Instead, the fingerprint scanner acts as the home, back, and multitasking button, and you can also have on-screen buttons. So here we have capacitive touch buttons. They are not backlit, and on the front panel we have this Full HD 5.5 inches screen size. Now, apart from that, you can also see the speaker unit and USB cable located at the bottom, and at the top we have this 3.5mm audio jack. The button placements are again same. It's on the right side the power and volume keys, and on the left side we have the SIM tray. You have an additional key on the Lenovo P2. This is for switching on to the ultra power saving mode. So in terms of design and build quality, we would say the Lenovo P2 offers slightly more premium finishing. Now let's talk about the display. While we have a 5.5 inches Full HD display on both the phones, one is a Super AMOLED panel, the other one is an IPS LCD panel. So being a Super AMOLED panel, the colors are punchy, vivid, and text look really sharp, and overall display quality looks better on the Lenovo P2 when compared to the Lenovo K6 Note. Additionally, there is also a Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection on the Lenovo P2, which is missing on the Lenovo K6 Note. Other than that, both these devices have 2.5D glass, and does come with quite good touch response. So display aspect, the Lenovo P2 is the winner. Next up, the software. So we don't have anything much to differentiate between these two devices in terms of the software. Both are quite good and almost similar experience, except for the Dolby Atmos. There is no Dolby Atmos support on the Lenovo P2 because it's a P series phone. It's mostly for the K series devices. The Dolby Atmos support is available on the Lenovo K6 Note. Now talking about the performance. So there's a big difference here. One is a Snapdragon 625 octa-core chipset, which is coupled with 3 or 4GB RAM. The other one is a Snapdragon 430, which is coupled with 3 and 4GB RAM. Both the devices have 32 gigs of storage. Now talking about the performance in day-to-day experience, both are equally good and does the job pretty well. In day-to-day experience, we didn't notice any lag or issues in either of these devices, but when it comes to gaming, that's where the Lenovo P2 has the edge in terms of the overall gaming experience, and it's much better than the Lenovo K6 Note with the Snapdragon 430. So Snapdragon 625 is any day better than the Snapdragon 430 on the Lenovo K6 Note. Additionally, we have dual SIM cards and 4G LTE support and voltage support on both the phones. So the performance aspect, we would say the Lenovo P2 is a winner. Next up, let's talk about the fingerprint scanner experience. So this is again completely different. We have on the rear panel on the Lenovo K6 Note, while it's on the front panel on the Lenovo P2. Now the front panel fingerprint scanner has this option for back button. So if you just go here, if you tap on it, it comes to back button, and if you press on it, it comes to home button, and if you tap and hold, it opens a multitasking option. So this is the fingerprint scanner, and you can also disable the on-screen buttons and get additional space. Now on the other hand, we have a fingerprint scanner on the rear panel on the Lenovo K6 Note, and both the fingerprint scanners are really good in terms of unlocking the device, and they are quick, but we have a much more feature-rich fingerprint scanner on the Lenovo P2. Now let's talk about the camera. So here again we have a difference. We have a 13 megapixel rear camera on the Lenovo P2, while it's a 16 megapixel camera on the Lenovo K6 Note. We have a 5 megapixel front facing camera on the P2, while it's an 8 megapixel shooter on the Lenovo K6 Note. Now the interface is exactly the same, no major difference except for the fact that Lenovo P2 offers 4K recording. Now talking about the camera samples taken between these two devices, there isn't much to choose between these two devices, but we would say the color quality looks slightly better on the Lenovo P2 even with the 13 megapixel shooter. The Lenovo K6 Note has this tendency of a bit more saturated images, and the color quality was not that great. But having said that, the low light performance was slightly better on the Lenovo K6 Note when compared to the Lenovo P2. But neither of these devices are really strong in terms of the camera performance, and they are kind of average or slightly above average performers in this segment. So camera is not a strength of these two devices, but we would choose the Lenovo P2 for the overall clarity. Now finally, the battery performance. So we have a 5100 mAh battery on the Lenovo P2, while it's a 4000 mAh battery on the Lenovo K6 Note. With a Snapdragon 625 and 5000 mAh battery, the battery performance is excellent on the Lenovo P2, and you can easily get through almost 2.5 days of battery life on the Lenovo P2. On the other hand, the Lenovo K6 Note also comes with really good battery life. You can get more than 1.5 days of battery life on the Lenovo K6 Note. So now we have talked about almost all aspects about these two phones. So the Lenovo P2 is definitely an upgraded version which comes with really super premium build quality, excellent display when compared to the Lenovo K6 Note. Performance is again good, battery life is again better, really better on the Lenovo P2, and also the camera looks slightly better on the Lenovo P2. So the P2 is definitely one of those devices from Lenovo which ticks almost all the right boxes except for the pricing, which we feel is slightly higher than the competition, but still we would say the Lenovo P2 is a better value for money device. If you can spend the additional money on the P2, definitely it's a worthy device. On the other hand, if you're on a tight budget, the Lenovo K6 Note is also a quite good device. You may not expect a high performance from the K6 Note, but it's a decently performing device in this price segment. So that is a detailed comparison of these two phones. So hope you like this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to your YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.